Hi everyone, my name is Nicole Leahy and this is the final assignment for EDSE 640. My lesson title is the consonant digraph SH, and it is going to be based on the case of Karen, who is experiencing difficulties with fluency and reading comprehension, as well as problems understanding and reading consonant digraphs and blending different letter sounds together. The central focus of the lesson is to build on the student's previous knowledge of letter-sound association and explore consonant digraphs. This is going to help increase fluency as well as reading comprehension. The content standards that are addressed in the lesson are RF 1.2b, RF 1.2c, RF 1.2d, RF 1.3a, and RF 1.4. The student learning goals and objectives are that they will be able to read and decode words that contain the consonant digraph SH, and also to be able to give examples of words that contain the consonant digraph SH. In order to introduce the lesson, I will start off by asking the students if they can tell me what happens when you mix the colors red and blue together. And the answer is that these two colors create purple, which is a new color. They will then be informed that this is what happens with consonant digraphs. The two or more consonant sounds will come together and form a new sound, and the individual sounds of the letters are blended together. They're not heard when you blend the two consonants together. They're not heard individually. So after that, the students will be given a worksheet to complete, and this is going to contain pictures of objects that either begin or end with SH. And they will be instructed to color the pictures different colors based on whether or not they begin or end with SH. And then the worksheets will be collected and reviewed and compared to the post-test assessment. So this is the worksheet that would be handed out, and these are the different pictures, and again they would color the ones that begin with SH one color, the ones that end with SH another color, and then these will be compared to the post-test assessment. So after those worksheets are collected, the students will be informed that they will be learning about the consonant digraph SH, and in order to demonstrate the sound, we will first review the individual sounds of the letter S and the letter H, and then the students will be asked to demonstrate the SH sound by bringing their index finger to their lips and saying shh. This will help them blend the two sounds together and understand that this is what the consonant digraph SH is and the sound that it makes. After that, an example of a word that begins with the digraph SH will be written on the board, and the students will then be asked to give their own examples of words that begin with SH. Then an example of a word that ends with SH will be written on the board, and the students will again give their own examples of words that end in this digraph. In order to provide differentiation and support for students like Karen who are having difficulties, directions will be repeated, and any questions will be directions and questions are repeated for those who need to hear the information again, and a list is also going to be provided for these students of words along with pictures to help them understand what the words look like and to associate the words with the pictures so that it helped them to sound out the word and understand the digraph and to see what pictures it goes with. So that list they can look over, and the teacher will help the students who are having any problems by going around the room and handing out these lists, and we can sit and read them and slowly make the individual letter sounds and blend them together to understand how they go from their individual sound to the blended sound. And we would slowly sound them out together and underline the SH digraph in the words and sound them out together, and then slowly progress to the student doing it on his or her own, using his or her own ability, and until they are able to do it themselves. In order to incorporate some student interaction, we would place the students into groups of two, and they're going to be given a pile of cards of words that contain the digraph SH and pictures, And these cards are going to be placed face down in between the two students, and they will take turns drawing from the pile, and they will not show the card to their partner, and they will have to explain or describe the picture that is on their card without giving away the word, and their partner will have to guess this word that is going to either end or begin with SH, and these are some of the cards and examples of some of the cards that would be used for this game, just to break up the lesson a little bit and let them do some group work and interact with other students and kind of learn from each other. The materials that are going to be used are the SH worksheets, crayons, a whiteboard, and scissors and glue, which would be used for the last post-test assessment. The linguistic aim is to increase spelling skills, reading comprehension, and fluency. Vocabulary includes digraphs, consonants, and blends. The closure for the lesson is going to to go over the definition of what a digraph is and the sound that SH makes. And then for the post-test assessment, we will give out another worksheet to the students regarding the SH digraph, and it's going to involve sorting words that contain the SH digraph. The top of the worksheet is going to be divided into words that begin with SH and words that end with SH, and at the bottom there is going to be pictures that the students can cut out and glue and paste them into the appropriate box. And this is the worksheet. So they would just cut those pictures out and glue them into the correct box depending on whether or not the word begins or ends with SH. And that would be the end of my lesson. Thank you.